Hi. Hey everybody. It's been a minute, hasn't it? Hi. Welcome back to the first episode of the Every Which Way podcast for 2025. It's been I know, I already said it, but it has been quite some time. How are you guys doing? Did you have a nice Yule, a nice Christmas, a nice Wintermas? Or for those in the Southern Hemisphere, did you have a nice summer solstice? Or are you guys, doing well? I'm not gonna lie. I'm still okay. So the 22nd, 23rd, I started getting sick, and I have been sick ever since. Today is the best I've felt since then, and I'm still coughing. And not to be too gross, but if you know me, you know I'm gross. I'm still coughing out phlegm and stuff. I'm still congested. So I want to preface this episode with, if I cough, I do apologize. I will try to mute the audio so that you guys don't have to hear me hack up my lungs. But sometimes something's going to slip through probably. But I will do my best. So, yeah. Did you guys have a great holiday? Mine was rough. I'm not going to lie. A lot of family drama. But my Yule celebration with my coven was amazing. Shout out to Shannon, Carrie, Lacey, Susan, and Jen. Hi, babies. Love you. And aside from that, I did have off work up until the 2nd. So that was great. So I didn't have to work from the 23rd until the 2nd. So even though I was sick, I was able to rest, recover for the most part. And I also had a good year. Good New Year's. So yeah, I would love to know how you guys are doing. But today is the first episode of the Every Which Way podcast. For those of you who this is your first episode ever listening, hello, my name is Dana. I am a practicing witch. I suppose you could say that I'm an eclectic witch, and I am also just weird. I like to sing randomly, and I like to swear on occasion, and I also like to make poop jokes. So if any of those things you don't like, this may not be the podcast for you. But it may be the podcast for you if you do like those things. So, yeah. What am I doing today? Well, today is going to be a bit of a different episode. Because today I'm going to do a Wheel of the Year tarot reading. And, yeah. So I'm going to do a Wheel of the Year tarot reading. So, funny story. Shannon, if you're listening, hey baby. Shannon in my coven, for Yule, she did something very, very wonderful. I mean, everyone did something very wonderful with presents and gifts, and the food was amazing as well. And everyone enjoyed what they got. Shannon gifted all of us in the coven with the Wild Unknown Tarot deck, which I do already have, but the Justice card in this one is new art, and the cards are smaller, at least they seem smaller to me, and they fit better in my hand. And if I'm being quite honest, the Wild Unknown Tarot that I have now, I got during a time when I was going through a very bad relationship full of abuse, and it caused a lot of trauma for me. And that tarot deck helped me to get through things and was a very close friend. But we're not as close as we were. And that may be me, but I feel like for that particular deck, it's time to move on. So I'm glad that Shannon gifted us with this one. And I'm using my new one today because I do genuinely love Kim Krans' The Wild Unknown Tarot. The art is beautiful. It's easy, I think. The cards they fit in my hand very well. And let's just get right to it. Alrighty. So, we're going to do 13 total cards. One for each month, and then the theme for the whole year. Okay, so it's going to be a circle. Alright? And I'm going to read the descriptions from the guidebook. There's nothing wrong with using the guidebook. There's nothing wrong with not using the guidebook. It's fine. If you want to use the guidebook, absolutely. If you feel like you don't need to, also valid. Everything is valid, so. But I'm going to hold on. I'm going to pause for a moment just because I have to cough. So give me just one moment. Alrighty. So, January. What is the overall theme for January? Okay. We've got the Two of Swords. And for those of you who are on Patreon, at the $3 level, you are able to watch these actual video recordings that I do for these episodes. So you can actually see, but it's the Two of Swords. I hope I said swords. I meant to say swords, not wands. But let's see here. Okay. So with the book, it comes with each card has its own page, and it has keywords and then a description. So the keywords for the Two of Swords are blocked and stalemate. The Two of Swords depicts two opposing forces that have reached a stalemate. You cannot progress forward with either a relationship or a life decision. There's an answer that's being blocked, maybe by choice. Many times this card will indicate you do not wish to face the truth the light will reveal. That's January. Next up, we're going to, I'm going to shuffle each time just because this is a new deck. This is my first time using it for an actual reading, and I want to make sure that when I get the cards that it's the proper cards for the proper card for the month, if that makes sense. If that's what the universe wants. I hope that makes sense. February. February is the Devil, which is a fuzzy goat with long horns and a pentagram in the forehead of its head. But the Devil. The Devil. So let's see which one is. That is 15. Oh, hold on. Got a cough. All right. Addiction, negativity. Though it may feel frightening when the Devil card appears in your reading, this card carries an urgent message and must be interpreted with total honesty. The darkness of the Devil card takes the form of addiction, negativity, or materialism. It can indicate an ugly relationship with a person or substance. Identify this dependency and how it's holding you back. The Devil's hooves are strong and relentless. Their grip will not loosen unless a conscious change is made. Free yourself. So the Devil card does not indicate an actual, like the actual devil from Christian lore mythology. It's more a representation of the negative, addictive aspects of life. I had to take a drink. I have a pistachio latte from Starbucks, and it is delicious. So, alrighty. we are going to, that was February, by the way, in case I didn't say that. That was February. February is the devil. Speaking of which, going off topic completely, but since I got the card, has anyone seen the movie Late Night with the Devil with David Dalmatian, or however you say his last name? I don't know. It's really good. I've seen it a couple times, and as far as recent horror movies are concerned, that one's actually really good. David does a great job. Everyone does a great job, and I highly recommend it. 10 out of 10. But, yeah. So, Late Night with the Devil. Alrighty. March. Ooh. Justice. And this is the new art. It's a white and black cat with their tails wrapped around a globe, and there is rainbow. There's a rainbow coming out behind them. And that is number 8? Question mark? Yes, 8. Okay, wonderful. So March, justice, decisions, karma. With tails entwined, 2 cats look directly at you, waiting for you to choose between them, which is right and which is wrong. The Justice card implies a weight or heaviness surrounding a choice you have to make. Now is not the time to shun the concept of divine balance or karma. All of your choices affect your life, and sometimes the lives of those around you, both now and in the future. So, March is justice. Alrighty. April. Our lives for the theater, April. It's a line from Coraline. It's a movie by Leica. Director Henry Selick. In case you guys don't know. April. Oh. The 8 of Pentacles. I love the Pentacles suite. It's the one that I relate to the most. The Pentacles. 8 of Pentacles. Craftsmanship and skill. The spider is a true master of her craft. She weaves against all odds with skill, intricacy, and confidence. The art on this card is a spider in her web, by the way. The 8 of Pentacles requires a similar approach. Hone your skills. You are close to finding mastery at your craft, so strive for it. Pay attention to all the details. In some cases, this card means you need to find a new hobby, something you truly enjoy. Start a project. Become good at it. April, 8 of Pentacles, craftsmanship and skill. Alrighty, now it's time for May. It's gonna be May. Me, I'm the one you want. It's May. It's May. The memes when May comes around, you know. Guys, listen. You knew I was weird. Okay, you guys knew I was weird, and yet you still listen to this. You have no one to blame but yourselves, okay? That's what I'm telling you. I refuse to take responsibility for my actions. I'm kidding. I'm in a good mood. This first episode of the year, and there's a card that wants to be read. What is this? I don't know what that is. Alrighty. There's a card for May that wants to be read. And it is... little butthole. It is the 3 of Pentacles. 3 of Pentacles. And the 3 of Pentacles, the picture is a mountain. And at the base of the mountain are 3 pentacles that form the shape of a triangle. For those giving a visual who are only listening, not watching. So, the keywords are teamwork, determination, and focus. The task ahead is a momentous one. Usually related to your job or career, the 3 of Pentacles suggests you must focus all of your efforts. Discipline, strategy, and hard work are needed more than ever. If you become weary or overwhelmed, rely on those around you. This is a card of teamwork. so you may need the strength of others to conquer the mountain. That's May. Excuse me. Next up is June. My birth month. My month of birth. June. June. Alrighty, dighty, dippity doo. What card is for June? Aw, it's cute little. It's the Four of Swords. And to paint you guys a picture, there is a sweet little lamb laying on the ground with the sun, with a star sun shining in the middle of its forehead, and above it, or dangling above it, are four swords. So there is that. But this is the Four of Swords. Okay, and this is for June. My birth month, June, Four of Swords. Stillness and mental power. Though threatening swords loom above, the lamb sits in stillness without fear. The Four of Swords says it's time to look inward and find the mental power to cope with the pressures. It's important to rest, to seek meditation or find literature that focuses on ways to quiet the mind. Take this time to recuperate and move inward before those swords strike. That is June. Following June, of course, we have July. For those of us in the United States, the 4th of July is the birth of our nation. Alright, July. So, my thing with July is that love a barbecue, my guy. Love a barbecue. But, aside from the 4th of July, it's also July 1st, 2nd, and 3rd are the days of the Battle of Gettysburg. And I love the Civil War. So, it's, that's usually what I usually watch the extended version of the Gettysburg film during that time. But July, we have the Father of Swords for July. The Father of Swords. And this card has an owl, a horned owl, I believe, perching on the hilt of a rainbow sword. And the keywords are fair and analytical. Like all the Swords family, the Father has a gift for perception. He has a distinct ability to remove himself emotionally from a situation so that he can truly see it from all angles. He is therefore respected by others, who usually describe him as fair or just. He is a responsible man with deep ties to his family. July, the Father of Swords. Which in the Wild Unknown Tarot, as far as the page, the knight, the queen, and the king are placed with the daughter, son, mother, and father of a suite. So, suite. Listen, words are hard. English is hard. English is hard to learn. So if you are bilingual, mad respect for you. And if you speak a language other than English, I still have mad respect for you. I can barely speak English, so. Sit down. Sit. It's getting in my bag over there. Alrighty. But that was July. Now we have August. Ooh. August is the Emperor. And on this card we have a tall tree and the sun shining behind it. So, the Emperor. Protection, stability, the Father. The Emperor is the Father. He's the tarot's perfect counterpart to the Empress. He represents the side of you that's protective, decisive, and truly stable. He brings clarity of mind, and this in turn leads to actions or decisions. Sometimes this card is literal and points to a paternal relationship in your life. At other times, it suggests reconnecting with the part of you that stands strong and tall and knows just what to do. With help from the sun, the Emperor can see for miles and miles. And that is August. Salem, stop it. Sorry, he's trying to get in my closet. Okay, we did August, and now it is September. September. Back to school for some, although sometimes that's also August, so what's in September? September is Mabon, I think, if I recall correctly. I don't know. September. What does September have in store for us? Wild Unknown Tara. Death. Which, in this one, it is the skeleton of a bird. There's still some feathers with it, but for the most part, it's just a bird skeleton. Which is actually, I actually really like this card. Like the art on this card. And I like the card too. Closure and transformation are the keywords. No one loves the sight of the death card in our reading. We spend most of our lives denying death altogether. So when this card appears, it's easy to get frightened or think it's bad. Don't let the drama distract you from the message. Something in your life needs to end. It needs closure. This will happen voluntarily or involuntarily. Either way, you will feel a positive transformation begin after the initial forms of suffering have passed. So that is September. Sorry, I was counting to make sure that I had my months right because I don't know how to do math, or I don't know. I'm a silly person. Next up, we have October, which is the best month, in my opinion, which means that it is fact that it is the best month of the entire year. It is the spookiest month. It is the month that ends with Samhain. Mm-hmm. But yeah, let's do a nice little shuffle. Ooh, we have the Six of Pentacles, which for this card is a stem with reddish orange fruits on it. So, the Six of Pentacles. Not the Five of Pentacles. Not the Seven of Pentacles. The Six of Pentacles. Come on. Fingers, work! I'm trying to get to the page, the proper page. There we go, got it. It's okay, I'm fine. I know what I'm doing. The Six of Pentacles. Prosperity, growth, and generosity. And this is for the month of October. The Six of Pentacles indicates that your long-awaited fruits are ready for harvesting, bringing more wealth than anticipated, which I think is very appropriate considering that Samhain is one of the fire festivals and the last harvest. Make sure you are generous during this bountiful time. This card can also signify generosity coming from someone else. If this is the case, accept the help with grace and put the resources to good use. So that was October. Next up we have November. November, which for us in the United States is when Thanksgiving occurs. And while I don't just love the historical facts around Thanksgiving, I love to eat, so I can't say that I hate Thanksgiving. Not necessarily, but let's alrighty, get a nice good shuffle here. Ooh, this is the 10 of Cups, and the picture is 10 cups, all pointing at each other with rays of rainbow light going in between. It's very pretty. I'll put up the pictures of these cards on my Patreon so that everyone can see what they look like. So, but the Ten of Cups, radiating energy for November. The Ten of Cups overflows with positivity. Your goals are being realized, and the excitement surrounding you is magnetic to others. You may feel as though light or color radiates outward from you, almost as if you're shining. Experience sensations like this with an open and joyful heart. Do not doubt this power. That's November. And now we have December, the final month in the Gregorian calendar. Oh my. It'd be nice if I could stop coughing during this recording. I knew that I would be coughing, but I didn't realize that it would be this much. Probably because I'm talking. And I'm talking more than I have over the past 2 weeks, so that's probably why. Do a little shuffle here and a shuffle there. Here a shuffle, there a shuffle, everywhere. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffleboard. For December, for the tarot reading. Shuffle the cards for December, for this tarot reading. Shuffle it good, shuffle it nice. Shuffle it in all the right places, yeah. I don't know what I'm singing, guys. You're just gonna have to bear with me, okay? I'm weird, you know this. But alrighty, December. What's December? This is, okay, the Mother of Swords. And in this one, it looks like a snowy owl that is perched on a sword. And for the Father of Swords, the sword was pointing upward, but for the Mother of Swords, her sword is pointing down. So, she's very beautiful. I love owls. Owls are just such magnificent creatures. I love them. But alright, the Mother of Swords for December. Sharp and perceptive. You'll often find the Mother of Swords putting her sharp perceptions to use as a therapist, doctor, or teacher. She's extremely experienced and knowledgeable in her field. Some think of her as all-seeing. This card can sometimes represent a woman going through a difficult time. She may be recently widowed or divorced, and usually without children. During this time, there's potential for her criticism to soar. So that is the Mother of Swords for December. And now we come to the 13th, lucky number 13, my personal favorite number, for the overall theme of the year. Now in this wheel, number 13 goes right in the dead center of the circle. So, let's hope that 2025 is a better year than last year was. Let's do a little shuffle. Overall theme. It's what we're here for. It's what we want. Okay. Let's do this. One more card. And the card that we have is from the Major Arcana, and it is the High Priestess. And in this card, which is, I mean, I love the art in general for this deck, but this is probably one of my most favorite pieces because it is a tiger lying on the ground with a rainbow crystal ball in front of her and a crescent moon in the sky behind her. It's beautiful. Beautiful. But the overall theme of this year, the High Priestess, mystery and psychic wisdom. The High Priestess sits in stillness. From there, she's able to access realms others pass by without noticing, the vast world of intuition, dreams, and mystery. She uses silence and non-action to harness this power. Sometimes this card appears to remind you to listen more closely to the voice within. Other times, it's a sign to look past the obvious, to find what's being kept secret or hidden within a given situation. Acknowledge the shadows. And that is our tarot reading for the year. I hope that that was insightful for some of you, and I hope that that helped you guys as well, and at least brought you some idea or something to prepare for this coming year. And yeah, again, You can watch the video recording of this episode on my Patreon at the $3 tier level. And I will be posting pictures of each of these cards on my Patreon as well. And that will be available for all paid tiers. So, I would like to thank you for joining me this day for another episode of the Every Which Way podcast. Happy New Year, my friends. And I hope you all have a marvelously magical Monday. And I'll see you next week. Alrighty? Take care of yourselves. Make sure you drink water. And don't forget that I love you. And I think you look sexy no matter what you wear. Even if you are, even if you're in sweats with tangled hair. You look good. You do it great. Okay? Alright. I love you guys. Bye! Testing. Attention, please.